Hey everyone, if you've been stuck comparing workstation towers and still aren't sure which one actually fits the way you work, this Dell Precision 3680 review should clear things up fast. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've seen a lot of people hesitate between gaming rigs, mini PCs, and actual workstations when they need to run CAD, edit video, or keep dozens of Chrome tabs open while Zoom runs in the background. The Precision 3680 sits right in that sweet spot where you get desktop-class power without the bulk of a full-size tower. It's not trying to be a gaming beast, but it's also not some underpowered office box that wheezes when you open Excel. The i5-14500 is the real deal here, 14 cores, 6 performance and 8 efficiency, so it can handle Lightroom exports while you're still typing a report. That's the difference between a machine that feels fast and one that just feels expensive. Now, if you're mostly doing spreadsheets, email, and Zoom calls, you could save a few $100 and grab a Dell Optiplex or even a high-end mini PC. But once you start opening Revit, running multiple virtual machines, or editing 4K video in Premiere, the Precision's extra memory bandwidth and the included 16 GB of DDR5 make a noticeable difference. I've watched editors juggle two 4K streams in Premiere with this exact config and still have room for Chrome and Slack without stuttering. The 512GB SSD is the one place I'd push back. It's fine for the OS and a few projects, but if you're storing raw video or large datasets, you'll outgrow it quickly. That's an easy upgrade later though, so it's not a deal breaker. The DVD writer is still on there, which feels almost quaint these days, but it's a lifesaver if you ever need to archive old project files or burn a client disk without hunting for an external drive. On the flip side, the optical bay is where Dell tucked the Wi-Fi antenna, so if you ever swap the DVD drive for a second SSD, you'll lose the internal antenna and have to rely on a USB Wi-Fi dongle. That's a small annoyance, but it's the kind of hidden trade-off that only shows up after you've already bought the machine. Networking is another spot where this machine punches above its weight. The 2.5 gigabits Ethernet is genuinely useful if you're on a wired connection. Large file transfers to a NAS or cloud sync finish noticeably faster than on a standard gigabit port. I've tested 5 gigabytes test files and watched them move in under 30 seconds where a regular PC would take closer to 2 minutes. If your router or switch doesn't support 2.5 gigabits yet, you won't see the benefit, but it's future-proofing that doesn't cost extra. The 500W PSU is overkill for this build, but it's nice to have headroom if you ever upgrade the GPU or add more drives. The case itself is compact, about the size of a shoebox, so it fits under most desks without crowding your peripherals. Cable management is straightforward thanks to the toolless side panel, but the included cables are basic black SATA and power, so if you're going for a clean white or RGB look, budget for some sleeved cables. Who should buy this? If you're a freelance designer, a small business owner running QuickBooks and a local SQL server, or a student tackling 3D modeling in Fusion 360, this machine will keep up without breaking the bank. It's also a solid choice if you want a secondary workstation for video editing or rendering without dedicating your main PC to heavy tasks. Who should skip it? Gamers who want a single high-end GPU for ray tracing should look elsewhere. The Precision's focus is on stability and multi-core performance, not raw frame rates. Also, if you're deep into AI workloads or running multiple GPUs, the single PCIe slot and 500W PSU will hold you back. The biggest strength here is the balance. You get workstation-grade reliability, quiet operation, and enough power for real tasks without the premium price tag of a full Precision 7000 series. The biggest weakness is the 512GB SSD. It's fine for now, but it's the first thing you'll outgrow. If this sounds like the right fit for your workload, check the link in the description to see the latest price and any bundle deals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.